6 down, 10 to go for Week 17 of the 2024 NFL regular season. Let's get started, because I don't have time for this bullshit. First up, Cowboys going on the road to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles lose last week to the Commanders, and Jalen Hurts is still in concussion protocol. As a matter of fact, he is ruled out for Sunday's game against the Cowboys. And the Cowboys, they won their game. They won their last 2 games, and 3 of their last 4, I believe. But regardless of that, rest in peace, 2024 Dallas Cowboys season. The Eagles still have a shot at clinching the NFC East. They're going to have to rely on Kenny Pickett or whoever, and the problem is Pickett is on the injury report too. So they might be relying on their third-string quarterback. And when you rely on your third-string quarterback, regardless of how talented your team is, nothing ever works, and it doesn't work out as well as you think. So with that being said, time to flip for this one. As usual, it lands on the ground. It landed tails. I gotta take the Cowboys, boys. I mean, look, Jalen Hurts is not all that, but Kenny Pickett is just as fucking bad. And even if he's not ready to go, and their third-string quarterback is, like I said, I don't care how talented your team is, you're not going to. It's useless when you don't have a quarterback that knows what he's doing. And that's all I've got to say about that. So yeah, unfortunately, I gotta take the Cowboys. If the Eagles win, hey, the Eagles win their division, and next week's game will be meaningless. Anyway, Panthers going on the road to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Finally, the Buccaneers win a football game. Just to end the fucking insanity that's been going on. And the Buccaneers, really Tampa, you beat up on the Chargers, which was an impressive fucking victory. But then you lose to the Cowboys a team you had no business losing to, for one thing. With that being said, however, go ahead and take the Buccaneers to sweep the Carolina Panthers, and stay within within striking distance of their division. Moving on quickly, Jets going on the road to take on the Buffalo Bills. Last time these two teams met was on Monday Night Football, and it was an interesting fucking game, to say the least. It was tightly contested. I'm not sure this game will be tightly contested, but regardless, barring retardation, Bills, end of story, moving on. Colts going on the road to take on the New York Giants. The Giants are just bad. Anthony Richardson might not be playing Anthony Richardson might not be playing on Sunday. So it's most likely going to be Joe Flacco, which might actually help the Colts more than ever, believe it or not. So take the Colts to defeat the Giants because the Giants are garbage. And God, the Giants are on a franchise record 10 game losing streak, and that's obviously an in-season franchise record as well. They're ending their 100th season in great fashion, aren't they? Oh boy, cream of the crap for Week 17. The Taco Bell Diarrhea Bowl for Week 17. Raiders going on the road to take on the New Orleans Saints. Okay, one of the cream of the crack games. You get my point. The Raiders end their 10-game losing streak, defeating the Jacksonville Jaguars, and screwing themselves out of an opportunity to get the number 1 overall pick in the long run. And the Saints, they're the Saints. They didn't even get out of the starting blocks against the Packers on Monday night. And question is, it's coin flip time for different reasons. Will the Saints win or will the Raiders win? Either way, no one cares. God damn it. Tails. But I'm taking the Saints. And that's all I've got to say about that. Okay, this is the real Taco Bell diarrhea bowl, the cream of the crap, if you will. Titans going on the road to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Last time these two teams met was in Tennessee, and it was one of the worst, and it was as crappy, it was as shit as advertised. Guys, the worst game of the 2024 regular season. Yeah, the Titans actually made a game out of it against the Indianapolis Colts. That's special, but they still lost. Lost because they were down 30-7 or whatever. And the Jaguars, congratulations, you lose to the Raiders. Good fucking job. You lost to the Raiders. No one gives a fuck about this game, though. Take Jacksonville, I guess. Just sweep Tennessee. All right. One of only 2 late afternoon games. Dolphins going on the road to take on the Cleveland Browns. Tua Tagovailoa is going to be out. The Broncos lost, and the Rose lost, so the Dolphins are still alive. I mean, if the Broncos had won, this season would have been over for the Dolphins. But they are hanging on by a fucking... But their playoff dreams are hanging on by a fucking thread. The biggest problem, though, is that Tua Tagovailoa is out for this game. Most likely going to be out for this game. And, I'm sorry, but when Tua Tagovailoa is out, that means the Dolphins don't play as well. In other words, Tua is a difference maker in that regard. But so since Tua is most likely not going to play, hey, this may surprise some people, but I gotta take the Cleveland Browns to win. And yes, they're starting Dorian Thompson-Robinson, but it's not like any of the Dolphins' backups are that much fucking better. So I'm not picking them because of the quarterback. I'm picking the Browns because the Browns have a better defense than the Miami Dolphins do. And since Tua is going to be out, the other quarterback, whoever the fuck it's going to be, is not going to do as well. The Dolphins say goodbye to your playoff hopes, I guess. All right, America's Game of the Week on Fox, and yes, this game will be 100% nationally televised. Packers going on the road to take on the Minnesota Vikings. It was supposed to be Eagles versus Cowboys, but the Cowboys got eliminated last week, so the NFL made this last-second schedule change. And good on them, because no one wants to see the Cowboy. Because finally, the NFL makes the right decision. Anyway, okay, Packers beat the ever-loving shit out of the New Orleans Saints, and the Vikings escape narrowly against the Seattle Seahawks. That was actually a really good fucking game. Like I said, my bad, Minnesota. Last time these two teams met was on CBS. In case you're wondering why the NFL couldn't flex this game into the Sunday night matchup, but that's neither here nor there at this point. It's still on national television. This is basically for the division lead. If the Vikings, this is basically for the division. If the Packers don't win, they're pretty much out of it. In fact, I take that. I mean, it could still. I mean, it could. I mean, if it goes to a three-way tie, it gets very dicey. Both the Lions, Vikings, and Packers are 13-4. Or by the end of it. But in any event, coin flip time, motherfuckers. Enough talk. Land of Tails again. Ugh. I honestly don't see a situation where the road team wins both contests. I don't see a split with this team. So take the Vikings to defeat and bring the brooms to sweep the Packers out of the fucking building. All right, Sunday Night Football. Falcons going on the road to take on the Washington Commanders. First time that two rookie quarterbacks drafted in the first round square off on a primetime national television game of any kind. From what I understand. But anyway, the Falcons pick up. I was watching NFL Network and I heard Steve Smith, or I think it was Chris Rose actually, but saying, oh, when the Falcons put Michael Penix in there, the Falcons look like they could open up the playbook is opened up or something stupid like that. And I thought, after thinking to myself, that's not unusual though. Any team that faces the New York Giants this season any playbook will be opened up whenever any team faces the New York Giants, not named the Seahawks and whoever else lost to the fucking Giants. So that's not unusual here, okay? But in any event, then you got the Commanders. Hey, bravo to the Commanders. And if they win on Sunday night, they are going to the playoffs. And that's when the NFC playoff picture gets really dicey at that point. I gotta take the Commanders to defeat the Falcons. I mean, Michael Penix. I will say this: Penix actually played well in his first start. That interception. It's plain as day that it was not his fault. Kyle Pitts couldn't hold on to it for whatever reason, and it is what it is there. However, the flip side is they're facing Jaden Daniels, who already has more starts than Penix does in the NFL. So, nothing against Penix, but I gotta take the Commanders to defeat the Falcons. And last up, the Monday Night Football season finale, Lions going on the road to take on the San Francisco 49ers. The Lions recovered nicely after that loss to the Buffalo Bills, beating the Bears, beating them soundly. And the 49ers, what else is there left to say? Rest in peace. The 49ers, last season the 49ers made it to the Super Bowl. And almost won it until the drive in overtime happened. This season, it's rest in peace 2024 San Francisco 49ers. After they lost to the Miami Dolphins. Ooh, tough game for me to pick, but I think the 49ers have checked out. Expect this this pick to possibly be changed. And any pick changes will be in the description box, of course. But I gotta take the Detroit Lions to defeat the 49ers to win this one. That's what. That's why I'm contemplating changing this pick when Monday rolls around. But in any event, this week and then one more week after that, let's see what happens when the chaos continues. That's it. That's all. Till next time. Later, fuckers.